Hello everyone. Waving Hand today we'll be exploring one of the most talked about Google Play alternatives, Huawei's AppGallery. Is it even worth downloading apps through it? Or is it just a backup option if nothing else works? Thinking phase. In this video, I'll show you how the store works, talk about its pros and cons, and share my personal impressions after using it for a few days. Let's get started. So, what exactly is AppGallery? Mobile phone, it's Huawei's official app store, which launched back in 2011 but really gained popularity after 2019, when Huawei smartphones lost access to Google services. The company then decided to develop its own ecosystem, Huawei Mobile Services, HMS, and AppGallery became its center. Since then, the store has been rapidly growing. It is now available in more than 170 countries and is used by hundreds of millions of people. It is especially popular, of course, in China, Europe, and Asia, where Huawei still holds a strong position. In addition to Huawei devices, AppGallery is also supported on other Android smartphones. It can be installed manually. Essentially, it's an alternative to Google Play, but with its own style, features, and ecosystem. Now let's look at what AppGallery looks like from the inside. Eyes. The main page greets us with a neat interface with sections, popular, categories, promotions, user menu, and a search bar at the top. Everything is quite minimalist and understandable, even for those opening the store for the first time. There are recommendations, they're selected by country and interests, not just randomly. Sometimes you can find apps that aren't available on Google Play. If you open a specific apps page, you'll see a familiar structure: icon, screenshots, rating, description, reviews, and an install button. Everything loads quickly, the interface is responsive and uncluttered with ads. Compared to Google Play or the App Store, AppGallery is a bit simpler in design, but it works more easily and quickly on lower-end devices. Yes, there are fewer animations and branded glitz, but the interface is clean and intuitive, without unnecessary transitions or pop-up banners. Overall, it's convenient, minimalist, and without surprises. Now the most interesting part, the app selection. AppGallery already has most popular apps: TikTok, Telegram, Snapchat, Booking, Viber, AliExpress, Amazon, and even some banking and transportation apps. Direct hit. However, not everything is perfect. For example, YouTube, Gmail, or Google Maps can't be found directly here. But Huawei has provided a workaround: the built-in Pedal Search tool. Pedal Search searches for app APKs from trusted sources, so you can install almost any app, even if it's not an AppGallery. The system also warns you if the source looks suspicious. Furthermore, the store has many local apps, delivery services, stores, and games from regional developers. Sometimes they appear here before Google Play, so, overall, you can find the app you need. It just sometimes requires pressing not one, but a couple of extra buttons. I'll show you quickly and step-by-step how to install apps through AppGallery and how to manage them. Search and install. Open AppGallery, enter the app name in the search bar, select the desired app, click install. It's just like any other store: icon, screenshots, description, install button, click and wait for it to complete. If the app isn't in the catalog, use Pedal Search, the built-in APK search. It will show trusted sources and allow you to download the APK. When installing an APK, the system may ask for permission to install from third-party sources. Only do this for trusted sites. Security and permissions check. Before installing, check the rating, reviews, and permissions list. AppGallery performs its own app check and flags unsafe versions. When installing through Pedal Search, pay attention to the verified or trusted marks. Never grant unnecessary permissions, SMS/contacts/microphone access, unless absolutely necessary. Updates come through AppGallery in the My Apps Updates section. You can update manually or enable automatic updates. Apps installed as APKs from third-party sources can be updated through the same source or through Pedal Search, sometimes manually. It's recommended to keep automatic update downloads enabled for security and stability. In summary, the process is familiar and convenient, but you should be careful when installing from external sources. Check the source and permissions. A brief overview of the features that distinguish AppGallery from other stores. HMS, Huawei Mobile Services. This is a set of services which replaces Google Mobile Services on Huawei devices. Huawei ID authorization, cloud storage, push notifications, payment SDKs, etc. For developers, this is an ecosystem, and for users, it offers additional built-in features and device integrations. Bonuses and promotions. AppGallery regularly runs promotions, sales, coupon, and gift box giveaways, sometimes offering discounts on in-app purchases or premium subscriptions. There are also local promotional campaigns and partner offers, cashback, promo codes, etc. Keep an eye on the promotions section in the app. Gamification and loyalty programs. In some regions, cumulative rewards, tasks, and bonuses for installs/reviews are available. You can earn coupons or discounts. Compatibility with Huawei devices and others. On Huawei branded devices, AppGallery runs extremely smoothly thanks to deep integration with HMS. AppGallery can be installed on other Android smartphones, sometimes with limited functionality if the app requires HMS. Additional pros, local apps and regional services, often useful. If you live outside the US, fewer unnecessary ads on store pages compared to some alternatives. In short, AppGallery is not just a store, but part of the Huawei ecosystem with bonuses and integrations. These features will be especially noticeable for Huawei users. Now let's summarize the pros and cons of AppGallery. Pros: security. All apps are manually moderated, and Huawei really does monitor content security. This reduces the risk of catching a virus or installing something questionable. Bonuses and promotions. AppGallery often delights users with gifts, coupons, discounts, and even cashback, especially during sales and gaming events. Multilingual support. The interface and content are available in dozens of languages, and recommendations are tailored to your region. This is convenient if you're traveling or using the store outside your home country. Cons: not all popular apps are directly accessible. For example, Google services or some Western apps must be searched for manually. Sometimes you need to install them through pedal search. It's not difficult, but it's still an extra step, especially if you're used to the single-click install feature. The interface is slightly simpler than Google Play. It's functional, but in some places it lacks animations, visual effects, and well-thought-out navigation. Overall, AppGallery is a reliable and convenient alternative, especially if you have a Huawei device. While not everything is perfect, the store is developing rapidly and is getting closer to the leaders with each update. To sum it up, AppGallery is a great choice for those who use Huawei smartphones or just want to try something new instead of Google Play. For everyday tasks, messaging, social media, games, shopping, the store is more than sufficient. You can switch to it entirely, especially if you're not tied to Google services. Personally, I rate AppGallery a 7 out of 10. It's a reliable, secure, and promising alternative, especially in the Huawei ecosystem. It's becoming more stable and richer in content every year. So, that was my review of AppGallery. We looked at what kind of store it is, what it has, what's missing, and whether it's worth using. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like, thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and let us know in the comments which app stores you use most often. AppGallery is growing, and who knows, maybe it will soon overtake Google Play.